So I've just hit record. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how it is time to lock in. It's time to lock in, guys. So I wanted to talk to you about this because it is something that is, hey, how are you doing? Um, so what I'm just going to do, run through the presentation and then jump in anytime you've got any questions or anything like that. And we can do a bit of a Q&A as well at the end if you'd like to. So what I just wanted to do is we're talking a little bit about how it's time to lock in at the moment. So this for you, if you feel like winter is coming, whether we like it or not, winter is coming. So if you get to the point where you're starting to feel like you're losing a bit of momentum, you're starting to switch off a little bit, and perhaps you're lacking the motivation that you started off with. You've got a goal that you want to get to, and you just need to pull everything together to set you back off on that path again. Because ultimately, your body and your mind don't care that it's cold and dark outside. You've still got goals to get, and we need to establish how to get on track and get them. Yes, winter is so testing. It's hard when it gets to the winter because your energy levels dip. You got the darker days, darker nights, darker mornings, and we naturally just want to hibernate. We want to just sit back and not do much. We typically kind of want to nest, want to be a bit more cozy, and you'll find that as our social plans, you'll get more and more social plans as it gets into December. Therefore, you're going to lose your structure. The stress is going to ramp up because all of a sudden, as soon as somebody mentions Christmas and December, it's like the end of the year has come and we have a deadline on the year. Things start ramping up, stress levels get higher. There seems to be so much more pressure on everything, and ultimately, it all starts to feel a little bit more chaotic. You're around so much more comfort food on those dark days when it's cold. You want to reach for more of the comfort foods that typically and often tend to be higher in calories. Going into a supermarket now, every corner pretty much is Christmas related things, whether it be chocolate, whether it be mince pies, advent calendars, the lot, it's all there. And alcohol, we're going out and everybody wants to drink. So one thing I need you guys to remember is that when motivation fades, you just need to remember your why. Why did you start doing this? People get into November and they have a tendency to want to slow down. But November is not the time to slow down. It's actually the time to speed up. It's definitely not the time for us to be getting lazy. This is the perfect time for us to push through. It is so easy this time of year for us to sit back and just think, oh, I'm going to start again in January, or sit back and get a little bit lazy, get a bit sluggish, be a bit slow. But it's the time we need to be pushing through the most. So I want to run through reasons that I don't want you guys taking your foot off the gas this time of year. Number one, you're going to lose the progress. If you start taking your foot off the gas now, you're going to start losing the progress that you've gained throughout the year. And that momentum that you've built, if you stop now, then that's going to take weeks to rebuild. You're going to be climbing up an even bigger hill if you stop now. Your confidence is going to take a hit. You're going to dip mentally and physically, not just in like your strength training, but also your mentality. Think how good you feel after you've done a workout. If you pause on doing the workouts or slow down or feel that you don't push yourself as much, you're not going to have that feel good feeling after doing the workouts. And that I'll start again loop will start creeping back in. And that just reinforces that feeling of failure when that is the last thing we want when we've done so well throughout the year. It's really the time we need to be pushing. You've got like 7 to 8 weeks, about 7.5 weeks, I think it is, until Christmas. That's 7 weeks of progress. That's about 14, 16 workouts. You can get stronger. Your sleep will improve. Your energy levels, if you take your foot off the gas, your energy level is going to dip. And that is not what we're looking for. Now is not the time to coast. It is the time to push. So if you're exercising right now, by exercising right now, your mood is going to boost. Your energy is going to boost. So when everybody else is getting those cold, dark nights, that feeling of sluggishness, By you keeping exercising, keeping your steps high, eating well, you're going to feel energized. You're going to have a more positive mood. It's going to improve your focus, not just at work, but also when you're around your family, when you're around your friends, you're going to have so much more patience by keeping up with this exercise. The time when our body naturally feels like it's getting more tired, if we just keep pushing through with the exercise side of things, we're going to get that second wind of energy and we're going to feel good. Not only that, but exercise actually strengthens our immune system. So you're going to have a higher immune system where you're going to be able to fight off colds and have better resilience to illnesses. And that in itself is, in my mind, a no-brainer. So it builds self-trust by you exercising now. When it's hard to exercise, it's hard in the winter to exercise because we don't always necessarily want to do it. But if you can follow through now and follow through in December, November and December, you're going to be able to do it whenever. Because if you can do it at the hardest times, you can do it at the easiest times too. And I want you to get into this mindset of it's time to knuckle down. And these are the things you need to be focusing on. So, one, staying focused. Start being proactive over reactive. So, what I mean by this is say you've got events coming up, say you've got a dinner or a Christmas party, start thinking ahead and thinking, okay, well, we're going to this restaurant. What could I be eating that will enable me to still enjoy myself, eat the foods I like, but also be staying on track? If you're going to a party where you know there's going to be loads of nibbles around, don't get me wrong, enjoy yourself, eat what you like, but within reason. So, like when you're going to these parties, make sure you're going and you've had a good meal for the day. Don't go into it being like, oh, I'm going to starve myself for the day so that I can eat more at the party. It doesn't really work like that because ultimately, what you'll end up doing is you'll get to that party having not eaten and then you'll just binge eat on everything and you will find everything in sight and it will be all of the foods that will set you further back, not take you forward. So it's about being proactive instead of reactive. Showing up on the days you don't feel like it. Like this is the most important thing. It's so easy to be like, I'm not going to do it today. I'll just do it tomorrow. If you do that, it just makes it so much more, makes it so much harder. This is where discipline comes into play. You need to be disciplined and scheduling your workouts and just showing up even if you just don't want to. Because I can tell you now, I don't think I've ever had a workout that I wish afterwards I didn't do. But 9 times out of 10, I often go into a workout and I feel like, oh, I really don't want to do this today. But think how good you feel after having done it. You're not going to regret doing that workout. But still keep in mind that you've got to do the small things in life that are going to make you feel good. So, yes, stay focused on your goal. Yes, try your best to eat well, but also do the things that you're going to enjoy doing too, like having mince pies, or I say mince pies, talk about mince pies a lot because I love mince pie, but like doing the things that you enjoy, eating the things that you like. But don't wait till January. Don't give up on this year. Don't wait till January to get your motivation back. We need to push through this time of year. Other people's energy around us will often dictate our moods and how we're feeling. Don't let other people's energy dictate yours, especially if they're in a negative mindset, especially if they're feeling stressed, if they're not. It's so easy to get caught up in that way at the moment where it's all dark and everyone's like, oh, I've got to go to work. It's wet, it's cold, it's raining. Don't let those people, that energy, don't let it rub off on you. You've got to try and ignore that and just have a positive mindset because ultimately, this time of year, November particularly, comes down to discipline. And this is something you can do. You've done it throughout the year. You've reaped the benefits already. Like you've lost weight, you're feeling good, you're getting fitter, you're getting stronger, you're feeling more confident in yourself. Like some of the things I hear you guys telling me of how your life has changed from doing exercise. Like you guys can do this. This is something you can do and you're seeing the benefits. So don't let this time of year, the darkness, the cold, the wet, the rain, don't let that drag you down because there are so many more benefits to be had. So your core focus for this month is momentum. And these are the things that I would like you to be doing and focusing on. Number one, anchor to a routine. Don't rely on motivation. Have a routine. Schedule your week. Set your workouts in like their meetings and make them non-negotiable. So if that means you getting up in the morning at 6, 7 a.m. and getting that workout done, that is going to set you up for the day, but just make them non-negotiable. Control what you can and enjoy what you choose. By that, I mean, like touched on a minute ago, like where you can, control what you're eating, control what you're drinking, make sure you're staying hydrated. But also, if you choose to have something that you enjoy, go for it. Like, we're here to enjoy ourselves. This isn't a super strict, you can't eat anything, like you're on this diet, this specific diet. You got to enjoy this stuff too, because if you don't eat the things that you enjoy sometimes, you're more inclined to fall off track. So allow yourself, if you choose to have something, allow yourself things that you want to enjoy. Another thing I would always recommend doing, and I know this really comes down to your schedule, how you plan your day, and your jobs and things like that. But training earlier in the day means you're less likely to put it off. I know if I want to train in the afternoon, like it's going to be a real drag for me to get out there. If I leave it till after work, I can guarantee I'm probably not going to get that workout done. So for me, getting up, getting the workout done, if you can do that, it will just set you up for the day well, and it means that you're not coming home and having to do it after work, because a lot of the time that can be when it's hard to get them done. That being said, I know a lot of you actually can do them in the afternoon, but for me, get the training done early in the day, get it out of the way. Fuel to energize and feel good. Like, eat good, nourishing food, making sure you're getting your protein, making sure you're getting your fiber, just eating good, healthy, nourishing food, lots of ginger, lots of vegetables to keep you feeling healthy, fit and healthy. In the winter, we have a tendency, in fact, a lot of women I speak to are really bad at staying hydrated. And as it gets to the winter, we become even worse. It's colder, we don't really want to grab a glass of water. Probably will reach for something like a coffee, at which point we've kind of dehydrated ourselves a little bit more. Now, that's not me saying coffee is not good because I drink loads. I love it. But be mindful of what you're drinking and make sure you're staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water, because a lot of the time as well, it's that age-old thing of are you actually hungry or are you thirsty? By us staying hydrated, it will help us as well if we're in a calorie deficit, to keep us fuller. Remember your why. It is so important for you guys to remember your why, especially when things get tough. Why did you start doing it? Like, why did you want to come on a fitness journey? Was it because you wanted to lose weight, or was it because you wanted to feel confident again? Was it you wanted to feel confident in your clothes when you looked in the mirror? Was it that you wanted to get fitter and stronger so you can chase around after your children? Was it that you wanted to just be fitter and stronger for yourself so that you know that you can age comfortably? Like, you got to pull it all back to that why. Why are you doing this? What do you want to gain out of this? And like I always say, keeping momentum is about pushing the ball up the hill. The second you stop, if you stop and take your hands away, that ball's going to roll back down. But if we can just keep pushing up the ball, up the hill, keeping the momentum going, even if we pause or we stop or we just keep rolling slowly, we're heading in the right direction. Just don't take the foot off the accelerator now. So here it is. We have got 7 weeks, just over 7 weeks until Christmas. But I know in my mind, Christmas starts in December. Actually, it starts pretty much halfway through November, but it doesn't. Christmas does not start in December for us. Christmas starts on Christmas Eve. That's not to say you don't celebrate, we can't celebrate any stuff beforehand. What I'm saying is that if you have your mindset of take the foot off the gas because it's hit December, that's a whole month of eating, drinking, doing what you like. and that can be quite detrimental to the results you've gained. That's not me saying don't enjoy yourself. Absolutely enjoy yourself, eat, drink, and like have a lovely time. But we need to be mindful that we're still staying on track of our healthy habits and feeling good. Because in 7 weeks, you can gain so much. You can increase your weights. You can like increase the duration you're exercising for, and quite possibly in 7 weeks, you can lose up to about 7 kilos sustainably. So not time to take the foot off the accelerator. It's now time to knuckle down, work hard so when we get to Christmas, we can feel so good. And in January, we're not gonna have to need to start again. We're not gonna need that motivation in January because we've gone through the whole year. And ultimately, when you come to January, you're gonna be boosted through again. So you're gonna feel really good. Want you to remember this one thing. If you only show up when it's easy, you'll never see what you're truly capable of. And I do believe that every single one of you guys on this program has got what it takes to reach your fitness goals. You absolutely have. And you show so much grit, determination. When I'm talking to you guys about your fasting, doing your 16-8, like that's like that in itself, I think is incredible. I struggle with that so much. And I listen to a lot of your stories of what you guys are eating, how you're being really strict on your deficit, the wins that you're making. And you inspire me every day. And I absolutely love hearing and watching your wins. And so we've got 7 weeks till Christmas, time to knuckle down, time to work hard so we can reap the rewards in January because we made it through Christmas. So that in a nutshell is what I have to say today. Have you got any questions or anything? Is everything clear? I know.
Yeah, that was really, really helpful. Thank
Good.
you. Nice
You're
to meet you,
so
by the
welcome.
way.
You're so welcome.
I think that's actually what I needed to hear personally. And I think it's the why is
Yeah,
like, what's your why? Because
yeah,
it's like, I'll start on Monday, oh, I'll start on January. And I've done this so many times. But it's like, actually, from the moment where I say I'm going to start in January is a good 3 to 4 weeks.
yeah,
So really, it's just wasted time.
yeah.
But
And yeah.
so it's that was very, very helpful to listen to and just be like, probably listen back to this like a
Yeah.
hypnotic kind of
Listen to it in your sleep. Just
mantra of
keep
just like
going.
definitely do that. But I did have a question,
Yeah,
and I don't know if this is answerable. More kind of like I kind of have to you kind of have to do the calculation and figure it out.
yeah,
As we know, all the food that's at Christmas parties, pubs, whatever, they're highly calorific.
yeah,
Like really, really are. Like, we're not going to do Christmas without butter.
yeah,
Um, so
yeah,
like in terms of like if you're and also the other thing that you said that was really smart is eat before you go to these parties, because
yeah,
I've done that so many times thinking, oh, I don't want to eat too much. So I'm just going to save myself for the entire day. I get there and I just eat the first thing in sight and just go nuts. But
yeah,
if we were, so let's just say it was an event that we were going to, and you kind of want to enjoy yourself without going nuts.
hmm,
And I'm not quite sure about the other women in the program, but I'm on a calorie deficit at the moment.
yeah,
What would, I'm not saying what's my upper limit of calories to take, but
yeah.
what would I need to eat for it to really make a dent in kind of my week's calorie? Let's just say I think I'm on a deficit of like 400 maybe at the
Yeah,
moment. Like, it would have to be a significant amount because I would understand for it to be
yeah,
like, right, you've gained a kilo of fat, because I'm
yeah,
definitely that person that goes out, eats, then the next morning I'm like, oh my God, I've gained like 2 kilos. And
yeah,
then it will be like, right, my mood plummets. I feel really rubbish. I don't want to continue the journey until I've seen the scales drop, and I've been like, all right, okay, fine. We're going to pick up, we're going to start dieting again, or we're going to start being, it's just like this psychological
yeah.
game.
So I think there's two ways really to look at it, and you've got the option that there's two options. You go in and you do your best. If it depends where you're going, what you're doing, whether it's like if you're going to a restaurant, being mindful of like it's a lot of restaurants you can see the calories and what you're eating.
Mhm.
But then I also have part of me is that life is for enjoying, right? It's so important for you to enjoy meals out. It's so important for you to have like the chocolate if you want chocolate, things like that. Because otherwise, if you don't have those things, you're going to fall off track. You're going to resent the process if you say go into Christmas dinner and you're like, oh fuck, I can't eat any of this because it's gonna make me put on weight. It's gonna make me I feel like crap. If you go into it with a mindset of let's take Christmas Day, right? If you go
Yeah,
into it having a mindset of okay, for breakfast we can have something like smoked salmon and scrambled eggs. Like that's a really good protein heavy breakfast, but also feels like luxury. Like it's a nice to have kind of breakfast. And then when it
yeah,
gets to your roast dinner, ultimately it's not like if you're having it depends if you haven't how you having your veg cooked, but like say if you're just having regular boiled veg with meats and things like that, that's not too bad, right? It's when you
yeah,
start adding the gravy, Yorkshire pudding, stuffing, pigs in blankets, like that kind of thing is where it all adds up. But if
yeah,
you're doing that one meal, doesn't matter, right?
yeah,
I wouldn't worry. It's more the accumulation of Christmas starts on the 1st of December and then you're out all the time and you're having so many meals out. That's when it's
yeah,
all going to start adding up.
yeah,
But if you're going to have, like, I would always say to people on Christmas Day, fuck it. Like, you're
yeah,
here to enjoy it. Like, enjoy yourself. Um, I think you have to eat something like 500. I think it's like 5,000 calories to gain a kilo or something like that above
yeah. Okay.
your maintenance calories.
That feels physically impossible.
Like, yeah, it's a
Myself
quite a
in,
lot. I'll double
but
check it. I'm pretty sure it's 5,000. But like, I'm pretty like it's a lot of calories you need to be eating
yeah,
above your maintenance calories. But if you're
yeah,
doing that, if you're eating above your maintenance calories every day of the week, then yeah, it's easy to pile on pounds.
yeah,
But if you are only doing it for one or two meals here or there a few times through December, like it's not really worth worrying too much.
yeah.
But you just got to be mindful of it.
I,
I
I'm,
would always say like if there is an event that you're going to, then always message me and say, look, I'm going to this party or I'm going out for a meal to this restaurant. What would you recommend that I have? Something like that. I'm always happy to help from that perspective.
yeah. Okay, great.
And
Thank
it's like
you.
if you're going places like Turkish is always like a pretty good meal.
Yeah,
Because if you're having like grilled meats, like that's pretty good.
yeah,
Grilled meat, salads, um, even like tomato-based curries, things like that. I love going for a curry. I love a curry. But I think if you
yeah,
eat them like tomato-based and just be mindful that you're not eating until you're absolutely full to the brim.
yeah. I think that's what I'm learning not to do is not to like volume eat just because you need to, or
Yes.
like I'm gonna get hungry later. Actually, like I'm just making myself really uncomfortable, and then my mind is just constantly on the discomfort in my tummy, and
Yeah.
it's just let's just ignore it and like be able to like move and
Yeah.
not feel that way.
Yeah.
But
I
no,
think that is
that's
really
very
important. And
useful
I
to
think
know.
that's where as well, like staying hydrated is like, oh, when people always used to say, oh, have a glass of water before your meal. It
Mm,
actually works. Like
yeah,
it does make you realize that a lot of the time you are thirsty when
yeah,
actually you think you're hungry. And if you do just have a glass of water, it will help you. So like in the afternoon, I don't know about you, but in the afternoon it gets about 3 o'clock and I always want something sweet or I want I
something.
think I'm hungry.
Yeah,
And that is the time. So what I've started doing now, that time of day, is that's when I schedule myself to have a protein shake and I will mix it in a NutriBullet with like a banana and some ice and sometimes I'll chuck in a few oats or something. So I'm still getting something that's really sweet and
yeah,
it feels naughty, but ultimately I'm having a protein shake
yeah. No, that's a good idea.
and
I
like
was,
a can of Diet Coke. I drink
yeah,
Diet Coke as well to kind of fill a gap.
no, absolutely. I must get so much better at my water. It was 2 o'clock and I was sitting here at my desk and I was like, oh my God, why is my mouth so parched? And I hadn't drunk water for the entire day since the gym this morning.
I
And
tell
I
you
could
what,
have forgotten.
set,
That's
oh,
terrible.
that's madness. Set yourself, try this tomorrow. Set
Yeah.
yourself 2 hour alarm clocks. So just go
Okay.
on your phone, set an alarm clock for 2 hours, press go.
Yeah.
And when that runs out, go get yourself a glass of water and just press reset.
Yeah, that's
So
a
it
good
does
idea.
it again in 2 hours. And then
Yeah.
doing that is just like a little daily reminder of go and drink more water.
No,
Because it is
absolutely.
easy to forget if you're out of a habit or if you're working in meetings,
Yeah,
it is easy to forget to go and drink it.
I do all the
But
time.
once you get into the habit of doing it, you'll be able to keep it up much easier.
Fingers crossed. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. I'll let you crack on for your evening. And
Thank
if
you.
you do ever have any questions or need anything, I'm always here. Just give me a shout.
Thank you so much. All
You're
right. Have a
welcome.
good
See
evening.
you.
Bye.